Welcome to New Release Review, part of the Movie Friends podcast. My name is Seth. Today we're talking about Inside Out 2 from 2024, directed by Kelsey Mann. We will be discussing spoilers throughout this entire episode, so if you haven't seen Inside Out 2 and you want to avoid spoilers, don't listen to this. Go watch the movie and then come back and finish. My guest today is my son, Job. Job, how are you?
I'm good.
What's going on?
I just watched the movie.
This is a movie that you've been waiting for a really long time.
Yeah, I've been counting down to it from May.
A while back, you had said, Dad, did you know that they're going to be doing Inside Out 2? And that was probably over a year ago.
Yeah.
And then each month that has passed, you're like, hey, it's one more month till Inside Out 2. 2 more months, whatever. And then we got to this month, and you were counting down the days.
Yeah.
And then I told you that it was today, and you thought it was tomorrow.
Yeah. You told me about the early showing.
Yeah, they do showings on Thursdays, not just Fridays now.
Yeah.
So, as someone who likes the first movie and has been waiting for this second one for a long time, how did you feel about this?
It was good. Probably lived up to just about what I wanted it to be.
Did you like it as much as you liked the first one?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I could have even liked it more.
You think so?
Yeah, I think I like this one more.
Nice. Okay.
Probably because of a wider set of emotions.
The wider set of emotions. Yeah, so how do you think that they handled adding in, because this is already an ensemble movie, right? We've got this whole cast of characters who are the emotions, and then there's the real life characters.
Yeah.
So they're throwing in 4 to 5 new characters into that, just in the emotions. And then you have the whole real life hockey team and best friends. And so how do you think they handled that?
It must have been pretty hard.
Yeah, it must have been hard. Do you think they pulled it off?
If they made the movie, they pulled it off.
Well, that's an interesting... Okay. I mean, yes. Yep, you're right. Since we're looking at a whole bunch of new emotions, did you have one that stood out to you? Or one that was your favorite?
Anxiety. But I also feel like some of the other emotions should have gotten more lines.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like what?
Ennui. Ennui needs more lines. No. Ennui's boring. Ennui's good. Envy needs more lines.
Yes. Yeah, Envy was played by Aya Adebri, who is in everything.
Yeah.
And she was maybe my favorite.
Yeah.
I know the story is really about anxiety.
Yeah.
But I thought everything Envy said was pretty funny.
Envy is great. Envy wants to be like everybody else, which is Envy. But Envy is also crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're going, woohoo!
Mm-hmm. Very excitable.
Yes.
How did you feel about embarrassment?
Embarrassment is actually good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. My favorite part is probably how they portrayed him.
Mm-hmm.
Embarrassment is this big thing, and whenever he tries to hide in the hoodie, and he can't. He's too big. Like embarrassment. Trying to hide something, but you can't hide it.
Right. Yeah, that's a very good observation. Yeah. Did you like when embarrassment finally talked at the end?
Yes.
Yeah.
He had to talk.
So Ennui
Ennui.
is French.
Ennui is French.
And Joy gives the nickname Wee
Wee
Wee.
wee.
Yes, Wee Wee.
Yes. Wee wee. Yes. That's my favorite part.
How did you feel about Ennui?
Ennui is pretty much ennui. Oh, my favorite part was... What? I lost my phone? No, where's my phone?
Now, you're a little younger than Riley is supposed to be in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Riley's 13.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever feel ennui, that emotion?
Yes.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
How do you kind of deal with or navigate the overwhelming boredom?
I don't know. I do something fun.
Like what?
I can't really give a specific example, but, something fun.
Got it.
Even if you're stuck inside the house and it's raining outside and and somebody's doing something downstairs and you're not supposed to go down, so you're just stuck in your room and you're just sitting there. Maybe I'll count to 1,000.
That would be funny. That would help your boredom.
It would be doing something.
Okay, all right. A lot of people would find counting to 1,000 incredibly boring.
It's doing something.
Okay.
You're probably bored because you're not doing anything or not doing anything you like.
So there's another emotion that's introduced, but is kind of pushed into a closet several times.
Nostalgia!
Nostalgia. How did you feel about that?
I liked nostalgia. Oh, when I saw nostalgia, oh, those were the days.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever find yourself, even though you're young, do you ever find yourself feeling nostalgic for different days?
Yes. I feel like everybody has the ability to feel nostalgia, no matter how old they are.
Yeah.
Even if they're like a day old, they could look back on the last day and be like, oh, those were the days.
Mm-hmm. Do you think, and there's not like a right answer to this, but do you think nostalgia is good or bad?
I think nostalgia is good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, you mean like the character?
No, like the emotion.
Well, what if nostalgia was bad? Inside Out 3. Those were the days.
I think nostalgia can be kind of bad, or at least not bad, but like maybe negative, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you're always thinking like, oh, things were better, right? You might not appreciate where you are now.
Yeah.
There were times in my life where I wasn't very happy with where I was or what I was doing. But when I look back on them, I'm like, wait, that was a great time. So sometimes, yeah, we can not be appreciative of where we are. But anyway.
It's like when you're sitting in a lobby and it was really boring. And then the next 3 days, you think about that again and you were like, oh, that was a blast.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Sometimes I do that.
okay, all right. So Riley, in the first film, she's dealing with moving, right?
Uh-huh.
The idea of moving, the difficulties of fitting in,
Yeah.
moving to Santa Fe with the
Santa Fe.
broccoli pizza.
San Francisco.
San Francisco. Oh, I'm sorry.
Santa Fe.
I'm not a inside out guy like you are.
I know everything.
You know everything?
Yes.
Okay. So this time around, she's dealing with the pressures of hockey camp, finding out her best friends are going to be going to a different high school than her, trying to make the team.
Anxiety really, really, really wants Riley to get the team.
Yes.
So much that anxiety causes a giant storm.
Yes. Now, at one point during the film, you leaned over to me and said, "This is very relatable." Do you remember which part that was?
When the parents were like, do you have your socks? Do you have your hockey stick? Do you have...
Oh, yes. You can be a little forgetful sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm always forgetful.
That's true. That's very true.
Sometimes I get back and I say, yes, Mom, I have my underwear, I have my socks, I have my shirt, I have my pants. I have my toothbrush, I have my toothpaste.
Yes. Now, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
The first movie is based on her moving.
Mm-hmm.
This one is based on all the things I just said. Did this feel like a natural progression of her story? Did it feel like not as big of a deal as moving? Did it feel more like a bigger deal than moving? You know what I mean?
It could be a bigger deal than moving, but I think that moving probably just about sums it up.
Yeah.
No, okay, it's a bigger deal. They're dealing with new emotions.
Right. But the new emotions come because of puberty, right? Because the puberty button goes off.
Uh-huh. Beep. Beep.
And Joy has found this like...
Beep.
Okay.
Okay.
Joy has found this like new way of helping Riley navigate, which is just discarding all of her bad memories.
Yeah, keep the bad away.
Yeah, it's like keep the good and put the bad away. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Put it in the back of the mind. Just forget about it.
So what about you? Do you think that it would be better to forget all of the awkward things or bad things, or do you think we
No.
need those?
I think that the awkward things and the bad things still make you who you are.
Yeah. Is there something that you wish that you could forget?
No comment.
Okay. There are things I wish that I could forget. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like one time I was at summer camp
Mm-hmm.
and I accidentally passed gas in front of an entire table of people, including a girl that I liked. And we were all young, so we didn't know how to kind of like deal with it. So everyone just like stayed silent for like 30 seconds. And then my friend said, "Oh my God." And then we were silent for like another 30 minutes, but it felt like an hour, like, when you're embarrassed and it's like time slows down.
Yeah.
So I wish I could forget that. I don't know that I need to remember that.
That makes you who you are.
You think so?
Yeah.
The one time at camp?
Thinking about who you are now, that makes you who you are.
Okay, all right. So, who do you think, of all these emotions, who do you think runs the panel in your brain?
Joy.
You think so? Wow, you answered that really quick.
Mm,
You think that you're mostly like a joyful person?
I hope so.
Okay, well, okay. I think anxiety runs my brain most of the time.
Or is it, does ennui run your brain?
No, I am not bored a lot of the time.
Imagine someone in Inside Out 2 where ennui runs their brain.
Well, that would be a very boring movie. So this film introduced some new ideas. Not just that there are core memories, but that certain memories turn into beliefs,
Uh-huh.
and then those beliefs form your self-image, which is like very, very, very important. So what do you think your self-image is?
I don't know.
You don't know?
My self-image is, I don't know who I am.
There you
But
go.
whoever I am, it better be good. That's my self-image.
I liked that addition.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Especially how anxiety's like, I'm gonna ruin Riley's mind.
Mm-hmm. So what did you think about anxiety as the character?
I love the character.
Uh-huh.
I also like how there's a bad guy. Like, it's not just, oh, we accidentally put this in here, so now Riley's gonna run away. We can't get it out unless sadness gets it out.
Right.
It's not like this in the first movie. It's like anxiety's the bad guy. Not on purpose, but still.
Right. Yeah, that I guess that's kind of my question for you is like it's a little complicated for a kids movie. Like it's a little complicated.
Yeah, why do they always put teenagers in kids' movies?
Well, I think this one's for kids who are older now who watched Inside Out when they were younger.
Yeah, but still. There's still this generation of younger kids.
Well, that's true. That's true. But they have plenty of other things to watch. But what I was going to say was it's complicated because anxiety isn't just a villain.
Yeah.
Anxiety is like part of Riley. And anxiety thinks that they're doing the right thing.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. That when you said kids should be watching something else, that brings me to a thing. You know the little dog character that's like, do you see those emotions?
Yes. I think they call it like Schluey or Fluey or something like that, which obviously is supposed to sound like Bluey. And then some of the stuff seemed like
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah, the Mickey Mouse
Like,
Clubhouse.
Oh, Doodles. Oh, Pouchy.
Yes.
I can't believe that Anger actually liked Pouchy.
I did laugh at the end when Anger had Pouchy and was like wearing Pouchy now.
Anger, why do you have Pouchy?
Yeah, I don't know. That was, but I did think that was pretty funny.
I think that was because Anger pushed Joy's buttons. You're delusional.
But like, so anyway, so for anxiety, it is kind of like a bad guy, but it's like a bad guy who's trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that kind of idea? Like that you can do the right thing or you can do the wrong thing for the right reasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can You can do the right thing for wrong reasons. But anyways, I think that just, in my eyes, makes anxiety a bad guy even more.
Wow,
Not on
really?
purpose.
Really?
Not on purpose. But still.
But anxiety is it's like trying to help Riley
Yeah.
in the only way that they know how to.
Yeah.
But you think that's not good?
She has good intentions, but she doesn't do good things.
Right. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, anxiety did make Riley a better hockey player.
Yeah. And that's anxiety's job. Not to make you, I need to win this hockey game. But to just sit back in a chair and drink tea in one of those chairs. And just be like, oh, we have a test. We should study.
Right. Now, you don't play hockey.
No.
But you play piano.
Yes.
And you had a big test this year.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel anxiety or fear or anything like that leading up to it?
Not really.
No?
No, leading up to it, yes. In the moment, I was like, this isn't too bad.
Okay.
It's like, the teacher's trying... the director of it is supposed to be doing all this stuff, but no, it's just giving kid a high five and saying, and now this, and the kids are, and all the kids are just doing like a telephone game of what the director said, and all the teachers, remember that?
I do, yes. At your testing, they had kind of screwed up the schedule, and so...
Oh, those were the days.
They were a little unprepared. Yeah. So that kind of put you at ease?
Yeah.
To see that they were unprepared?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. But what about, like, you said leading up to it you felt anxiety.
Yes.
What does that feel like to you?
Well, it felt like I need to practice, and if I don't practice, then I won't exactly know the song too much. And then if I don't know the song too much, I won't play the song too well.
Right.
I may not even play the song.
Whoa. But you don't let it get that far with you.
No.
Not like Riley.
I just practice for an hour instead of 30 minutes.
I mean, she was having like a full-on panic attack.
Yeah.
Right? She couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All because she wanted to get in with Val.
I know. Have you ever had something like that?
Not really.
No? You don't go somewhere and you're like, I want to get in with the cool kids.
Okay, yes, sometimes.
Yeah, I think everybody feels like that. I've felt like that before.
Somehow, sometimes I do, not on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just friendly. Oh, there we go. There's my self-belief. I am friendly.
There you go. That's your self-image?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I am friendly.
So there were some funny, like, pun jokes in this?
It's a brainstorm!
Yep, the brainstorm was pretty funny. Bottled up emotions.
We're bottled up.
I thought that was pretty funny, too.
Yeah. You can't just bottle us up. That's a great idea. That's the best part.
It was kind of weird how, like, once anxiety showed up, none of the rest of the brain stuff, like, listened to Joy, even though Joy has been running the show for 13 years.
Yeah.
Like, when they go to her imagination and they find that, like, anxiety is making all the brain cells create bad things to imagine.
Yeah.
I was like, why are they doing this?
Like, that's... Maybe because of the big anxiety change and Joy's not there.
Yeah.
Joy's not there.
Right.
I've got sick of drawing happy little cats.
The biggest laugh of the movie for me was when Joy's trying to convince the brain cells to, like, draw different things. And then finally it's, like, number 87 or whatever. Yeah. Draw something. And then he, like, swivels around in the chair and does the finger gun at her.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. I don't know why, but that's really, really funny.
Yeah. Anxiety. We need to draw stuff so she'll be into the game and she won't lose.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joy, then draw some happy stuff so she won't lose.
Yeah. I was a little annoyed. I don't want to say annoyed, but, like, I wish that they also had included some, like, romantic feelings. Because,
yeah,
you know, we're entering puberty, right?
Yeah.
She's 13 years old. There's no emotion in there for, like, attraction.
How about Bean Bon? We bring back Beanbon as love.
And Beanbon is the love emotion? I don't know. That might be weird.
No, just put on a little suit, a little tie, and
my
you've got
God.
love.
We did kind of hint at it like a little bit because like one of the secrets in the vault, I guess, is that she likes the video game character.
She has a crush on a video game character, and his secret move is rolling.
Yes, he turns into a ball.
And somehow he actually gets rid of the police. Man, I really wish they revealed Riley's big secret.
Yeah, that was a little crazy, right?
What is Riley's big secret?
I don't know. That seemed a lot. That seemed intense. Maybe that's
Inside Out 3.
Inside Out 3, Riley's big
We'll
secret.
be right back.
Another kind of funny pun was the sarcasm.
The sarcasm.
Yes.
We are so lucky we ran into you guys. We're so lucky we ran into you guys.
How do you feel about sarcasm? You don't use a ton of sarcasm in your humor, I've noticed.
I don't use too much sarcasm.
Maybe in a few years you'll get more sarcastic. You tend to stay on the jokey side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's because of you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I'm sarcastic.
Hmm.
Maybe not. Maybe I'll become less sarcastic over time. I don't know.
Maybe you're not sarcastic.
Maybe I'm not funny.
You are not funny.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway, I just wish that it feels like Disney and Pixar, they're just always so wary of anything that could be offensive to like anyone at any time. You know? And like for me, that's why these movies aren't like my favorite thing in the world, because it's like, let's be realistic. And I feel like some of this stuff is like very, very realistic, but people have emotions of love and attraction and they feel those things. And
I feel like envy might be love a bit. A branch of a branch emotion.
Maybe a branch of a branch, yeah. But it just feels like they want to kind of wash over that part, you know. And this felt like a really good opportunity to do that because we're hitting puberty, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like Riley might be a little bit in love with Val.
right, and that's kind of another thing too, right? Is like,
Yeah.
I think for the most part, Riley is impressed and trying to get on Val's good side because she thinks that she's the coolest. You know, I think it's more like a hockey thing, but there could have been some exploration of some of those ideas.
Yeah.
But they just won't do that for some reason, which is like just a little frustrating for me.
Maybe we should have a new studio and new versions of movies that actually include the stuff that should have been included.
Yeah, I mean there are movie studios who make movies beyond just Disney, you know.
Yeah.
Like we saw a trailer for Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
And you yelled out, "I love that movie."
I love that movie! How did you feel when you saw Beetlejuice is Loose?
Oh, yes, we also saw a trailer for Beetlejuice, and you were very excited.
Beetlejuice!
Yep.
I haven't even seen the movie, and I love Beetlejuice.
Well,
That's my favorite planet / Red Dwarf.
oh my God, okay.
Whatever.
So what was your favorite part of the movie, do you think? Did you have a favorite part or scene or idea?
Maybe anxiety. That whole scheme. I love the design. I love the character.
My favorite part was when they go into that imagination place and Joy is like, anxiety is using Riley's great imagination for anxious things and anxious thoughts. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that felt like
Real.
very, very real to me. Yes, because I have a active imagination and I can be very, very creative. And so when my anxiety gets the best of me, it takes all of those powers and uses them for, you know, evil.
Yeah. Another thing branching off of that is anxiety says, fear, you protect Riley from what Riley can see, and I protect Riley from what Riley can't see, meaning anxiety is completely imagination. Could happen.
Yeah, I mean, and that's true. it's tough because at another point, someone makes a comment about like, oh, anxiety wouldn't be around if you just were happy or something silly like that. And that's something that people say in real life. Like, oh, you wouldn't be depressed if you just
We're happy.
were happy. Right. And it's like, oh, gee, I wish it was so simple, But yes, I liked how they kind of explained that idea
Yeah.
that anxiety, because anxiety is always planning, right? I loved when the anxiety was like,
I have this big plan. This is just step 1.
yeah. And Joy was like, step 1, how many steps are there? And she's like, every good plan has multiple steps, Joy. And when she says that, it's being played for laughs. But in my head, I was like, oh no, that's how I make plans. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that it was good. I thought it was good.
It's also great how Fear says, anxiety would have a plan.
Right, when Joy doesn't
And
have one.
Joy's like, all right, I've got a plan. We go down concussion lane. No, what?
Stream of consciousness.
Stream of consciousness. We get to the pile of emotions, and then we get the thing.
So I like how you mentioned a lot of the other emotions did seem to have more lines this time.
Yeah.
Like disgust and fear.
Yeah.
Where last movie it was a lot of just joy and sadness kind of out on their own journey.
Yeah.
And this time they're all bundled in together, going through the journey. I like that.
Yeah,
I thought they did a good job of balancing all of the characters.
Yeah, because there's 5 of these emotions and 5 of those emotions.
Yeah. And then also, this is not the longest movie in the world. It's less than an hour, 40 minutes, which when I saw that, I was like, holy moly, that's
fast.
It's pretty great. I mean, it's 2 minutes longer than Inside Out, the original.
Just 2 minutes.
The majority of Pixar movies are around this length, but to me, this felt like it moved real quick.
It moved really quick.
Yeah, I didn't notice the runtime at all. So we don't really rate new movies on this show, but if you had to give this a rating, what would you say?
4.5 out of 5.
Wow, that's pretty high.
I liked it.
So now that Inside Out 2 came out, is there any other movie coming up that you're looking forward to?
I saw a trailer for Moana 2, which is even bigger than Inside Out 2 for me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How
Inside Out is my second favorite movie. Inside Out 2 is my second favorite sequel. Moana is my favorite movie, and Moana 2 will be my second, and Moana 2 will be my favorite sequel.
You think so?
Yeah.
You haven't even seen it yet. How do you know?
I know.
Okay. All right. You want to come back and talk about Moana 2?
Sure.
Sure.
I'll talk about all the sequels.
And hey, you came on, this is your second time on. You came on to talk about A Christmas Story with me.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Remember? So if you guys listening enjoy this, go back and check out the episode on A Christmas Story.
It's a good movie.
Yes.
And it's a good episode. Any episode with me is good in it.
Oh my gosh. Well, hey, thank you, Job.
You're welcome.
I'm glad that you enjoyed the movie.
I did.
And I'm glad that you came on to talk about it with me.
You're welcome.
Hey, thank you very much for listening. We'd love it if you give us a rating and a review wherever you are listening. If it's Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Spotify. It really helps the show. You can also send us an email, moviefriendspodcast@gmail.com. And if you're able, we'd love it if you'd support the show, patreon.com/moviefriendspodcast. $5 a month gets you access to all of our additional episodes. It also gives you access to our patron-only Discord, and you get to vote for future episodes and monthly themes. It's awesome. It's great.
It's great.
Oh, are you signed up for it?
I will be. I will be. I will be. Once I get an email, I will be.
All right, cool. All right, well, thanks again, Job.
You're welcome.
And thank you very much for listening. Have a good one.
Movie Friends is produced by Seth Vargas and Michelle Rubenstein. Music by Anthony Vicora. If you like the show, please subscribe and give us a rating. It really helps us find new friends. Thanks!